Good afternoon, children. Today is 27th of May, and I'm beginning from page number 78 where I left the lesson yesterday. So, we are working with going places, and I had started the lesson explanation for you people. So, I'll continue from around the third paragraph on page number 78. So Jancy and Sophie were talking, and Sophie was talking about her dreams and how she wanted to become an actress or open a boutique or do something of her own, or maybe a manager in a shop. And Jancy keeps telling her that she needs to be more practical and she needs to start thinking on those lines which are possible. She has to look after her family also, and she has to take care of that as well. So I'll just start from a little bit that I had already done. If ever I come into money, I'll buy a boutique. And yesterday I had shown you pictures also of a boutique, and most of you know what a boutique is. If you ever come into money, you'll buy us a blessed decent house to live in. Thank you very much. So what had happened was that she had been talking about all these kind of things with Jancy, and then she went into her own house and Jancy went into hers. They live on the same street nearby. And she continues the thought process of wanting to do something when she grows up or when she's able to do it. And she talks about the boutique, and the father tells her that if ever she comes into money, she needs to buy them a good house. That is a priority. So you'll buy us a blessed house to live in. Thank you very much. Sophie's father was scooping shepherd's pie into his mouth as hard as he could. Shepherd's pie is a meat and a pie dish, mostly made in England. It is an English dish, and all the ingredients, the carbohydrates, the fat, and the meat and all that stuff, it is mixed together to make this pie. So it's a wholesome meal. So he scooped it into his mouth, means he's just picking it up and putting it into his mouth hurriedly. And as hard as he could, his plump face still grimy and sweat marked from the day. So he came home from work and he has not washed himself, or he hasn't taken a bath, and he's still sweaty, and grimy is dirty, and sweat is pouring down his face, and he's busy eating his dinner. She thinks money grows on trees, don't you, Dad? Said little Derek. So her brother says that, Daddy, she thinks money grows on trees. You don't have to earn it. You just have to go into the backyard and you pick out the tree which has maximum money on it, and you just take it off. Hanging on the back of his father's chair. So he's playing at the back of his father's chair. The chair has probably, places to hang on to. He puts his hands over there and he's playing with it. Their mother sighed, and the mother is like any other mother in this kind of a household, who doesn't have too much of say. She cannot talk about much, and she cannot actually put in a word, and she is like, okay, this started again. I can't help it. Sophie watched her back, stooped over the sink, and wondered at the incongruity of the delicate bow which fastened her apron strings. So she looks at her mother, and she's busy working, and she is putting the dinner together, and she is washing maybe some dishes in the sink or in the wash basin. And amongst that ragged house and all those things falling apart, the paint peeling, it's a poor person's place, and the wash basin is filled with dishes to be washed, and her mother is busy washing. Father is eating without taking a bath or a shower. And she looks at the beautiful bow that her mother has made with the apron. So she has tied, you wear an apron when you're cooking or you're cleaning so that the dress doesn't get dirty. I was also working in the kitchen prior to this video, and I had put on an apron. I was making food for my dog. So I put it on so that my dress wouldn't get dirty. And her mother has also put on that kind of an apron. And she has tied it at the back. There are 2 strings to tie it at the waist. So she ties it and makes a beautiful bow. Now that beautiful bow, all proportionate, stands out as something quite out of place in that scene, where everything is probably dirty and probably untidy. and everything needs to be repaired or needs to be replaced. In that, she has made something perfect, which stands out, and it is totally different from what is expected. The delicate seeming bow and the crooked back. So her back is bent, and on that she can see the bow at the back, which she feels is absolutely out of place. Yesterday I had given you the meaning of incongruity. So which is totally at odds. It doesn't gel. It goes into an opposite direction. So her surroundings, they belie the kind of detail she has put in taking care of tying that bow of the apron. The evening had already blacked in the windows, and the small room was steamy from the stove and cluttered with the heavy breathing man in his vest at the table and the dirty washing piled up in the corner. So they're trying to paint this picture for you so that you can see in your mind's eye what kind of place it is. She has walked into probably the kitchen, and most English households, they have a little table in the kitchen where they have their meal. So if it is a big house, of course they will have a little table in the kitchen for anybody who is working over there and eating, and then they'll have a separate dining room for it, for the other people. But here now they have told you that it is dark outside, so the windows, if you look out of the window, it is absolutely black in that square. And the small room was steamy from the stove where they're cooking, so there is a lot of smoke in the room and steam due to the heat that is being generated, and the heavy breathing in his vest at the table. And that amongst all that clutter is the father who's sitting over there breathing heavily, and he's wearing he's taken off his maybe probably overalls or shirt, and he's sitting in a vest and he's scooping that shepherd pie into his big mouth. In one corner there are dirty washing clothes piled up, and they're put in one corner. Sophie felt a tightening in her throat. Now she feels actually, she feels as if she's suffocated, because all those things are coming together to create that place which is very, very uncomfortable for anybody. She went to look for her brother Geoff. So what does she do? She thinks that she's going to go and find Geoff, and she will talk to her elder brother. So there was a younger brother, Derek, who was teasing her, and then there is an elder brother. I'm going to finish this audio here and get back to you with another audio where I'll continue with the lesson. Thank you.